Hello, class, and today for my cultural event, I went to the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens. So here's a short table of contents that we were supposed to discuss for this cultural event. So I'll discuss where I went, what did see, what it was like, why this art form and experience was important, and what aspect of culture from this event relates to this class. So, first of all, where did I go and what did I see? So, I went to the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, as it's stated in the title, and this is in Miami, Florida. I went on as a leisure trip, but it worked as a cultural event. I personally went to the gardens, as I stated, but recently I did just do the virtual tour that is on their website so I can refresh my memory of what there is to see. So, just a little bit information of the founder of Vizcaya. So, his name was James Deering, and he was a retired multimillionaire who wanted to build an established state in South Florida. And he was born in 1859 and he died in 1925. And the reason why he wanted to build an established state in South Florida was because he had anemia. And so the doctors recommended a lot of sunshine and warm climate. And Florida is really known for that warm climate. So he built Vizcaya so that he can go there and he hopes that it could restore his health. And his company that he owned, it was like an agricultural and landscaping company. So since he was interested in landscaping and plant conservation, the gardens itself were included in the final plans for Vizcaya. So what did I see? So as I also said, I did a virtual tour, and what I also, since I did go there personally, and I mean, I went there physically. Um, you're able to explore the house that he lived in. There were four different wings: north, east, south, and west. And each room was very different and stylistic choice in colors. I didn't really see a room that had the same color scheme. You were able to go through the stairs and you can go through the kitchens and the bathrooms. Um, and then I think the most important part was the gardens all around the house. The gardens are everywhere and it's super humongous. But there was also a lot of structural elements within the Deering home that I'll explain in the culture section. So, what it was like. So, I had three topics of what I wanted to talk about for what it was like. First, it was the tourist, and some locals also go just to walk around. So I went during the summer, and usually Miami is like really busy in the summer, but the day I went, it wasn't as busy. But the estate is really big, so you don't really notice how many people are actually there. The environment, so like I said, it didn't really feel busy and it was very quiet. um like I said, there's so much to see, so everyone is spread around the whole estate. But the plants in the gardens were really well taken care of. The landscape was really beautiful. And there's like three main gardens there. There's the secret garden, the formal gardens, and the orchid garden, which it's mainly where all the orchid flowers are. And then the house is the second part, and as I stated before, it was very peaceful and quiet. There was a lot of rooms that you can see. There was a lot of bathrooms there. There was just a lot of art too, and the music room, the sitting room, and the house is very open. All of the rooms are like on the sides and on the walls, and then there's this open area in the middle. So, why was this experience important? And take also remember this background photo because I'll be talking about it um, a little later. So Vizcaya is really important because museums and museums and different exhibits help you connect yourself with history. There's a lot of artwork that people have done on the walls because people used to paint on the walls, and there's a lot of archaeological advancements during the time. And then there are different artistic styles that you don't see during the modern days now. You usually see them back then, and you can really have a close look. So, what aspect of culture can you relate to this class? So, as I said, to pay attention to that one background photo, there was this archway, and there are a lot of different arches throughout the whole experience, which also relates to a lot of the Roman arches and the archways. And it just reminded me about the arches and vaults that were in the textbook, like the groin vault, the barrel vault, the round arch. And it also the middle photo reminded me about the Arch of Titus in Rome. And there's a lot of those throughout the actual um, house and gardens. The first photo with all the pillars, it also reminded me about the different pillar styles. Um, so that's what I also think that was a relation to the class. And then in the last photo, there was a lot of domes, and so the domes reminded me of it reminded me of the domes back in Rome, and that were shown in the textbook as well. Like the Pantheon had the domes, so there was a lot of domes throughout the museum that I saw that I thought reminded me of this class. And so that was the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, and thanks for listening.